Good day, friends. I say good day because it might be morning, it might be night, it might be somewhere in between when you're watching. And if you're a third shifter like me, it's all relative anyway, because when everybody else is awake having their daytime, we're asleep having our nighttime. Look at this. He's stopping me in this mud road. Oh, hope there ain't no dogs at that house gonna come get me. Let's see what he's gonna do. Did you get something in your eye, Shuggy?
Yeah, I got it.
They're awful cute. Did you get it?
I think I got it out anyway.
You got a little black thing by the inside corner, so that was probably it.
That's balls.
Huh?
That's its balls.
It's gone. Well, it's up here on your nose now, but it's moved away from your eye. Look at me. Okay, I think you're good.
Thank you.
Watch him. He's going to wheelie my bike. Or, not wheelie it. Oh, the last time he did it, he was spinning out in it. I ain't spinning out because I'm not near as brave as him. See, every time I get started, I swear he's got to distract me with something, y'all. I was going to tell you. He always tells me I should have my top, or he doesn't always. We've decided that I should have a topic picked out before I talk to y'all. Otherwise, I just ramble. But right now, I don't have a topic picked out. But I still kind of feel like rambling. I'm on this mud road. Y'all see this? Mud. I was on my Grom on the way in. Now I'm on the Rebel on the way out. And I really kind of like we went over some rocks and stuff back there that was, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, I don't think I'll make it, but it's like the worst stuff I've been over because I'm just a baby rider, and I normally ride my baby Grom because I'm a baby rider. So I enjoyed it. And I think the mister up there, you see him just top of the hill there, I think the mister up there is rediscovering his joy of off-road riding, because he has been telling me, oh no, we're not going to go moto camping, we're not going to, we might do some mud roads or whatever. But he's like, we don't really want to do like off-road because, well, for one, this bike, oh, is that a deer standing up there? Oh no, I think it's a mailbox. This bike has better suspension. That one you feel the bumps a little better. But neither one of them have mud tires or anything on them. This one, when I was in the national park, or not the national park, the city park there, and I'd lean a little bit to turn, I could feel a little bit of slippage here and there. I had to be careful. But I think he's rediscovering. Ouch! Oh, something came in my helmet and bit my cheek. Ouch! I think he's. Oh, that bastard! That hurt. Sorry, guys. I think he's rediscovering his love of off-roading. He says when he was young, he had like a scrambler. He said those were like the original. Or no, it wasn't a scrambler. I don't remember what he said. But he had some bike, and all of him and his friends. They said his friends, they had more money, right? So a lot of them had like regular dirt bikes and stuff, right? That was like maybe considered better at the time. He said, but he got one of them street bikes and he redid it and put knobby tires on it. And he said it was just great. He loved it. And he rode at the track. And he was asking me if they have track days for the Groms. I said, I've watched some of them Grommers and they talk about their track days. So I bet they do. What is he doing? You see him? I don't even know what he's doing. Up there admiring a cotton field. Is he going to go off-roading with my Grom? Oh my goodness. I'm getting this. He's got his Kevlar pants on. He thinks he's invincible in his Kevlar pants. I can't see what you guys see, so I really hope that we're getting this. That cotton's pretty. It's very white and clean. What keeps it from blowing away? I guess it's stuck on there up to a certain point. Oh, he's going to take a picture of it. It's a photo op! A photo op!
Go sit.
Say hi to the people!
Hi, everybody.
Say bye to the people!
Go sit by the cotton.
God, he thinks he's a racer. Here, don't forget your racing gloves.
I got a question.
Huh?
I got a question. How come you got 20,000 miles?
Because. When,
20,360 miles.
0.0.
Oh.
2036.
Okay.
Because I've been riding without you, bitches. Riding without you. Do you feel left out? I go around you 3 times and I go so fast you think I've never left.
Right, warp speed.
See them deer tracks?
Let's go.
Huh?
Let's go.
20,000 miles in 2 months, 3 months, since July. This one's only got 1888. This one has less. Oh, I better put my visor down. He'll throw mud in my face because that's how he is. This one has less because when we went to get the lift mounted on the frame of the truck, that one went, or not that one, good gosh. This one went with the truck so they could, measure it and make sure the handlebars and everything worked good and, lift it up and down and do whatever they needed to do with it. So when we were home was we home for 2 or 3 weeks? Actually, I think that's when his tooth messed up. I think we were home for a full month then. But when we were home for that month, this one didn't get rode as much, if at all. But that one I had just got, and excuse me, I was trying to learn to ride. So at the house, I just zipped around everywhere at the house, just within 10 or 20 miles of the house. In a lot of ways, it's easier to learn around my house because I'm in the country, kind of not quite as country as this, but I'm in the country like this. So it's easy as far as I know where all the turns are, where all the roads coming out are, where there might be traffic and all that stuff. I ain't got to worry about where I'm going or anything, or very much traffic at all or anything. So that's kind of where I did most of my riding starting out, and got to zipping around and learning to lean on the little Grom. What was I babbling about before he interrupted me? Y'all see that? That's the second time he's interrupted me when I've been trying to talk to you in just the last 5 minutes. Oh, when he was young, I'm sure he has a video that he's probably made about it. He took his street bike and put knobby tires on it and all that good stuff. And he would go riding with the guys. And he could do everything they could do on his little bike that he fixed up himself, basically, and changed it to a off-road bike, even though it wasn't an off-road bike. I think he's rediscovering his love of spinning tires and playing in the mud and all that good stuff. He spun mud all over and it's not a burnout, I don't know what you call it in the mud, but he was spinning and flinging mud all over with my back tire a while ago. I think he's having a good time. He likes going in cities where, and I do too, look at this big old hill, where there's all the architecture and all that stuff, and it's pretty, and he likes the buildings and stuff. He's a country boy at heart. We all know he's a country boy at heart. Oh, we'll see. Next year we're gonna end up staying somewhere for a week and driving around, and not with no particular place to go. Well, I guess eventually we'll have to have a particular place to go. Tonight, my particular place to go is I want some Chinese. Oh, I see me. Do you see me? Hi. I want some Chinese tonight. So we will have to find a Chinese restaurant. Actually, we were planning on going out there just because it is nice to go somewhere, but it's also really nice just to drive. When we went out to Devil's Tower, it was such a good ride. It was just one road straight the whole way out there. So, I mean, that part, well, it wasn't straight. It was hilly and curvy and everything. But it was just one road. You know, there was no turn off of the road until we were almost there, and then it was a T. You didn't have a choice. But not having to try and look at a phone for navigation or GPS or any of that stuff is actually really, really handy. Just clears your mind. Y'all know what else I found? Because I said he has informed me that I need to have pre-topics to talk about. Y'all, I drive at night and I think of 17 different things that I can talk about. Now, first of all, I can't exactly write it down while I'm driving, and what am I going to do? Call myself and tell myself? I don't think I even have voicemail on my phone to call myself and leave myself a message. When I'm in the truck, I can think of like 70 different things to talk about, and blah, 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 blah. Probably for hours. I could probably sit in the chair and talk to myself. And then when I get out here on... What's an odd building? Then when I get out here on the bike, though, that's an old Mac. I guess that's probably what he's looking at. But when I get out here on the bike, it kind of, I guess it's that wind therapy that everybody talks about. It kind of disappears. There's no recession coming. The world problems don't really matter. I mean, they kind of matter, but it's not like you're thinking about them. You're living life in the moment. And this moment, money don't matter. What you have don't matter. What you don't have, unless you don't have a full belly, that might matter. But, you know, nothing matters. Out here, you got a little scooter to ride around on. Even if it is a baby Grom. I love the baby Grom. And it just sort of, I don't know, you lose track of the other stuff that you may have been talking about. Now, I do know that if you don't like the baby Grom, there's nothing wrong with the baby Grom. Now, for interstate riding, there's something wrong with the baby Grom. I'll give you that. It only goes 58. And if you're going up the side of a mountain, yes, I know from experience, you slow down. But for any of the roads like this, more side roads and back roads and stuff, it's perfect. It's fun. He's talking about doing wheelies on it. He might fall. I better make sure he puts his knee pads in before he maybe loan him my butt cheek thigh pads, whatever they're called, before he decides to start doing wheelies over there. Now, y'all know though, if he does do wheelies, at some point he's gonna fall, just because, you know, when you're learning to do wheelies, I'm pretty sure that you fall, and it ain't a big deal because you're going slow and whatever, and you're probably expecting it and should have on the proper safety attire and stuff, especially starting out. But you know, if you saw the video of me at Mount Rainier rolling around like a beached whale in the Grapple parking lot where I fell, I will be recording it, and I will be attempting to make 17 and a half memes and share them all over when he falls, because that's how I roll. Well, he's going 53. He's going a right nice speed. Now watch up here though. Poor guy will slow down on the baby Grom. So that is the one drawback. Other than that, that Grom is wonderful. Sure what else to tell you guys now. I didn't see any major wildlife today. Oh, that sign, if you listen to the other vlog where there's something hazardous in the water, apparently it wasn't algae and it's not going to kill the dogs. Apparently it's some sort of mussels. So you have to make sure that they're not like barnacled onto your boat or something. Now, I do know something I was going to talk to you about, and I just forgot all about it because that's how I roll. Y'all know that. Next year, I think that I'm going to keep the Grom. We actually do love the little Grom. But I think we may end up upgrading to possibly a 250. with carburetors though, because we go in the cold so much that, and I like not having to choke it and everything. And he says that there's other problems, like if you fall over and don't pick it up, like I don't, because I lay there and wallow around in my self-pity for a while, that like your fuel will start leaking out and stuff. And I do like, I've not used I have drove a carbureted bike, but that was taking my test. But other than that, I've not drove a carbureted bike. But I mean, I am familiar with chokes and priming stuff, and then you have to let it idle high for a while and heat up and all that good stuff. So I think we're gonna stick with the carburetors. But I'm thinking about a 250. Now, here's the catch. Y'all have seen that these bikes get trailered. This bike weighs 400 pounds. That bike weighs 200 pounds. I don't want a heavy bike. If this thing falls off the trailer, I don't want 1,000 pounds there. That's gonna crush me. 200 pounds, actually I fell with 200 pounds a couple times, once on the trailer. And it's maybe not pleasant, but it's not near as unpleasant as 1,000 pounds. So for me, weight is extremely important of my bike. I should clarify that. Okay, guys. Look at them big old birds. So I'm going to go ahead and get off here. I'm going to make him take me to Chinese in just a minute. I'm probably going to have to stop and Google it on my phone because, of course, we've actually been in this town a couple times before, but we've never rode around on the bikes in it. Just bobtailing in the truck. Or did we even bobtail? I know we drove down to Walmart and picked up some stuff. But anyway, we're gonna eat me some Chinese because that's what I want. And I'm a spoiled brat. I mean, I'm a wonderful, wonderful woman, and he likes to keep me happy.